This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. But here now the news for August 23rd, 2024. The Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger admitted that he's obsessed with finding his successor while on the Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa podcast. Iger recently joined Ripa on her podcast to discuss his wife Willow Bay's reaction to his run for president, hosting Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, and earning knighthood before the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. But when asked about finding his replacement as the CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Iger admitted that it's on his mind constantly. Well, I think it would be safe to assume that I think about this all the time. I could say that I'm obsessed with it would be probably an understatement, and actually the board and I established when I returned that would be among our biggest, if not our biggest priority. It's actually something that I'm obviously very focused on, and not just because of the past, but because I'd like to retire again and I'd like to leave the company in great hands. And that is my intention, and I'm now confident that not only will we do that, but we'll do so on a timely basis that works for the company and hopefully works for me as well. But yes, it's a huge priority. When asked if his sons were in the mix for the role, Iger said that while his sons are interested in parts of the business, they will not be considered. Iger's original contract was meant to last through December 31st, 2024, but was then extended through December of 2026. While no official candidates have been announced, the four division heads, being Dana Walden, Alan Bergman, Jimmy Pitaro, and Josh D'Amaro, are thought to be the frontrunners for the role. It's possible the successor could get announced this year. The Walt Disney Company also named a head for the committee responsible for finding a successor to CEO Bob Iger. James Gorman of Morgan Stanley, in a recent addition to the board of directors, will head the hunt. A guest is suing Walt Disney World after she was knocked over and injured during a quote-unquote stampede on Main Street, USA in the Magic Kingdom. Deborah Osteen of Pennsylvania visited Magic Kingdom on June 25th. Her lawsuit states the park was packed and extremely busy on that day, and as she was walking on Main Street, USA, a crowd of people rushed her and knocked her over in a stampede. According to the lawsuit, Osteen suffered bodily and terminal injury, mental and physical pain and suffering, disability, disfigurement, hospitalization expenses, and lost wages. The lawsuit doesn't state where the crowd may have been rushing to or what time of day it was, but Main Street USA is generally a very busy section of the park as it offers, it's the entrance and exit of the park. It also is where a lot of people will watch the parades or fireworks, etc. from. And when, it's the end of the night and people leave after entertainment, that's also where they all head in one solid mass generally. That being said, I think we've all been in that mass before. It's certainly possible this happened, but I don't know how often someone gets sort of stepped on. I don't know how often that happens. Certainly, the bump of an ankle with a stroller or an ECV, things of that sort will happen. It's crowded. That's to be expected. Just for someone to actually, quote unquote, be stampeded to that level seems a bit far-fetched, but I mean, who knows? Again, we don't know all the details here, but that's pretty crazy. But Osteen and her Morgan & Morgan attorneys filed the negligence lawsuit against Disney in Orange County, Florida. The suit claims Disney was negligent in keeping the crowd under control, and Osteen is seeking damages and a trial by jury. Crews have begun removing the support structure for the former Test Track canopy. The canopy itself was removed in early August as part of the reimagining of the EPCOT attraction. Most of the roof of the canopy support structure is now gone, leaving only two scaffolding towers and an archway. A crane was on site Thursday morning, sitting in front of the archway. Concept art indicates that the entire canopy will be removed and a new, more permanent overhang, sort of a new entrance structure, if you will be installed near the attraction's entrance. This will be out in front. Test Track closed in June for the reimagining, is scheduled to open next year. We have no date yet. Test Track 3.0 will quote-unquote celebrate today's innovation while highlighting the past, present, and future. Disney said it would draw inspiration from the world of motion, which of course Test Track replaced. After we got a glimpse of concept art during D23, the Ultimate Disney fan event, Disney has officially announced the Moana splash pad and the Wailulu Bar and Grill, which are coming to Disney Vacation Club's Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. Moana's Voyage is the name of the new splash pad area, with a figure of Moana and her outrigger canoe, plus water feature. It'll be at the new Cove Pool, which has a courtyard with a sandy beach area, a whirlpool spa, and views of the Seven Seas Lagoon. Island Tower will also have a fitness center, And of course, you may know we spotted Moana's outrigger canoe already at the construction site earlier this week. The new Wailulu Bar and Grill evokes the natural beauty of the island, says Disney. The restaurant features banquet seating surrounded by flowing water and a lava rock-inspired bar overlooking the lagoon. It also features views of Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom. And guests can enjoy an on-the-go breakfast and an all-day lunch and dinner menu, plus a walk-up pool bar and grill. Disney Vacation Club also announced that the Island Tower will feature terrace gardens. Disney Vacation Club shared concept art of one terrace garden this week. These are large open squares we've seen on the tower during our construction updates. The pictured terrace has a set of curved benches covered by a frame, ferns lining the room, and a vibrant mural seemingly of Moana's outrigger. Each terrace garden will feature vibrant artwork, lush foliage, and uniquely themed seating areas. The distinctively designed hideaways will offer families a serene locale to gather and take in views during their stay. There'll be 4 terrace gardens, 2 on each side. This one you're looking at now features a view of the Seven Seas Lagoon with Disney's Contemporary Resort in the distance. The terraces on the other side of the building will offer views of Disney's Oak Trail and Magnolia golf courses. Island Tower is projected to open on December 17th, 2024. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. A Walt Disney World cast member was recently honored with the Disney Heroes Award after saving a guest's life. Nicole Shaw, sales experience manager at Disney Vacation Club, was making her daily rounds at Disney's Art of Animation Resort when she noticed a young girl was choking. Shaw quickly jumped into action and helped save the guest's life. For her actions, Shaw was recognized with the Disney Heroes Award, an honor presented to cast members who perform extraordinary life-saving acts on or off the clock. She now wears a golden Disney Heroes charm on her name tag. Over 100 cast members have been recognized with the award since its inception back in 2008. 2025 Disneyland Resort vacation packages are now available for guests to book for their upcoming trips. These packages include theme park tickets and a stay at one of the official Disneyland Resort hotels. These packages are valid for arrivals, as you might guess, January 1st through December 31st of next year. Hotels available with the package are Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, the Disneyland Hotel, and the Pixar Place Hotel. Each guest ages 3 and over on the reservation will receive a Disneyland Resort e-ticket for 2 to 5 days, depending on the package chosen, with admission to 1 park per day. However, tickets can be upgraded to include the park hopper option for an additional fee. Disneyland Resort hotel benefits include early entry into the parks, complimentary fitness center access, and recreational facilities, and they're all just, of course, a short walk away from the theme parks. If you're interested in booking a 2025 Disneyland Resort vacation package, please consider contacting Be Our Guest Vacations, who we just mentioned, the official travel agent of WDWNT. You can help support us by supporting our sponsors. TikTok user Riley Shaw shared a video about her recent experience at Disneyland now that she no longer qualifies for the Disability Access Service, or DAS. Narcolepsy is a disorder that causes chronic and overwhelming drowsiness. In the video, Shaw explains that when she previously used DAS, she was able to rest on benches and take naps between attractions. Now she has to wait in line for hours without anything to lean, sit, or lay on, which she says is super draining for someone with narcolepsy. She had to lean on people in her party when tired in a queue. She ultimately went to first aid to take a nap on one of their beds, which ended up cutting into a lot of the regular park time. Obviously, she can't also, without DAS, you're not waiting for something while you rest either. Though she was able to ride several rides, she still felt she missed out on a lot and left early. She showed herself in tears at home, the aftermath of a long day, and said she probably wouldn't be back anytime soon. Of course, Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort changed their Disability Access Service requirements earlier this summer, limiting the service to only guests with a developmental disability like autism or a similar disorder. Disabled guests and allies have decreed the changes, with the DAS Defenders Group launching a petition, organizing events, and sending a mobile billboard to D23. Disabled guests have complained of rude cast members being told to practice waiting in line and more issues when denied DAS. Of course, I think, I think some people have been more understanding than others. I think the blame thus far lies somewhere between. I think some guests have been difficult, but I think I don't know that Disney really thought this through fully before they rolled it out either. So it's been a disaster on all fronts. And obviously guests are angry once you tell them something they had is now something they don't have. So, it's been a war thus far. I think it's going to continue to be, and we'll still wait to see where this all shakes out. I don't think the current system is where we're going to end up. We keep seeing videos like this, which is heartbreaking. For sure, because it definitely feels like there's guests who need and deserve this who aren't getting it. And we keep seeing videos like this, like the one we saw a couple weeks ago with the young woman who basically begged Disney to offer some sort of paid service at a discounted price, something cheaper than the current Lightning Lane offerings, but something where someone who has an annual pass or Magic Key or something of the sort has an option, so they don't have to go through an experience like this young lady did. That drew a lot of discussion. I think people are just looking for some sort of a solution at this point, waiting for something to be offered, whether it's paid or free or the return to the service as it was before. People are anxiously waiting for something to happen, and I, at this point, given these stories and how hard it is to read them, hope that both sides essentially get what they want eventually. That there's some workable solution that gets the lines down to where they need to be, that stops people from abusing the system, but also gives it to people who actually need the service, right? Because that's the point of it. The point of it is not, oh, we have to offer it. Like, obviously the reason it's offered is because legally they have to. But the point of it is not, to undercut Disney's business. The point of it is to help those who need the service, right? It's not there to just simply make sure, Disney doesn't want people canceling trips to Disney World. I assure you, that makes little to no sense. So, I think it's in their best interest and everyone's best interest to figure something out. And hopefully at some point they will. But yeah, the current system is not workable. It's not working, I don't think, given these stories. I just think there's people with definite needs that are getting denied, and I don't know how I feel about that, but that's me. Disney Eats has announced new and returning dishes coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland for the Batuu Harvest Festival. Returning is the Andorian roasted chicken salad. This is marinated chicken with mixed greens, roasted seasonal vegetables, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, and green curry ranch. New items include the Surabat Valley Harvest Board. This torched sourdough bread features ají verde infused pork spread and spicy salsa criolla. For dessert is the new Jogan Seed Oi Oi Puff. This is a green cream puff with green crunch and ube cream. Disney did not indicate if these items would be available in Florida. They also didn't state which dining venues at Disneyland would have these items, but they'll have them beginning on August 23rd, so as of today. The upcoming video game Indiana Jones and the Great Circle features a reference to Disneyland's Indiana Jones adventure, The Temple of the Forbidden Eye. The reference appears in the new gameplay trailer. A clip showcasing Indy's journal shows a map of the temple among his notes, and the page where Indy has placed the map is dated October 21st, 1937, when the game is set. Temple of the Forbidden Eye is set in 1935, indicating Indy put together this collection a couple years later. The folded map features Mara's eye, the giant snake, and the temple itself. A real version of this map appears in the Indiana Jones Adventure queue, and the red text next to the snake is actually in the queue's made-up language, which I think is called Maraglyphics, I think. At one time, cast members used to hand out a decoder for the Maraglyphics, but we figured out what it says. It says, "Beware the false pathways that lead to death." We don't know if the game will feature more than just this one reference to the attraction, but fans will not have to wait long, as Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be released for Xbox, PC, and Game Pass on December 9th and on the PlayStation 5 in spring 2025. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, including if you come to watch News Today in person, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. Two things I want to plug real quick. Number one, if you do want to come watch News Today filmed in person, get a behind-the-scenes look, tickets are available at events.wwnt.com. We're at least doing these through the end of September. It's undecided if we will continue to do them after that time. So it really depends how these go. They're going very well thus far. Hopefully people will keep showing up and we'll keep doing them. So maybe we'll start doing all of them. We don't know yet. The other thing I want to plug is Gertie. As you all know, these were sold out. They're now not, because we kept a number back because in case, obviously, in the course of shipping things can happen. Packages get lost, packages get damaged, etc. And so we kept some Gerties in order to replace Gerties that ended up lost or damaged. Only a few people had lost or damaged Gerties. We've replaced those, and that means we have a handful more. And when I say a handful, I think there's like 30 left after News Tonight on Thursday. So they may be gone by the time you see this show. They may not be. But if you go to our shop, if you go to wwnt.shop, right now they should still be there. But again, there's only like 30, so you better run. Not really run, because it's online. You don't have to actually run anywhere. But get there quickly and buy it quickly if you really, really want one, because we're not going to make this edition again. This one's done. So this is the end of this Gertie when they're gone, and these are the last 30 we can sell, as far as I know, unless Jason magically finds another box again. But this should be the last box of them, unless another box is buried somewhere. Either way. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.